G'day Spurs fans, Paul the Hotspur hippie here, the only psychedelic soccer show on the internet. It's a cold and very wet Sydney day here in Sydney, and it's in fitting really. Got up early. Well, I didn't get up early, I just got up at my normal time, but there was football on. And unfortunately, Tottenham Hotspur lost 2-1 to Arsenal at Arsenal today. I don't know if I've really processed the game much the first half. Well, look, when Son scored, especially a deflected goal, I thought, yeah, that's nice. Little bit of luck on our side. But one thing that wasn't going on our side was definitely the referee today. Arsenal's second goal came from a corner that shouldn't have been a corner, but ifs and buts. On the balance of play, Arsenal were just better than us, and they won 2-1. And I heard Ange, what he said afterwards, and I think he's right. It's like, you can, if you're playing well, then those things aren't enough to lose a game. But we weren't playing that well. Like in the first half, I thought, who played well? I thought Gray, as always. Now, the worrying thing for me was old Klaus Kinski in goal, who was... I think he was symptomatic of quite a few players out there, just taking a bit too long on the ball. Got caught out badly once, but he recovered it, so no harm, no foul. But our play was just weird. Like, he was kicking it long a lot of the time, straight down Arsenal's throat, and we weren't pressing. Our press was non-existent. We were getting pinned back by Arsenal. Thankfully. If we were playing a better team today, I think we would have got smashed. But Arsenal, for all the play they had, and you can see they had a bit of skill on the ball, they didn't have their football brains on. So they didn't really know how to attack or how to score a goal as much as, other teams could. So, we were lucky that as good Arsenal were, you can clearly see that they're a bit toothless up front. But our pressing, man, I don't know what was going on. I really don't. And I can't quite pin it down because I think it was the front line. Solanke was toiling away for nothing, but the front line just weren't pushing up enough. Sarr and Basuma, I think, were both substituted at half time, which I don't know. Maybe that was tactical, but Sarr had a bit of a quiet game. Basuma, I thought, was decent. But although he did give the ball away that led to the first goal, I think it was, or maybe it was the second, I can't remember. But I thought he was kind of okay. So we brought Maddison on half-time and Berrival. And out the two of them, I mean, it's chalk and cheese. Berrival was eager all over the pitch. Look, he made the odd mistake, but what you get good out of him far outweighs anything. He was all over the pitch. He was almost a bit like how Maddison was in his first 10 games after he signed for us, which we've seen mere glimpses of since. So Berrival, I think, to me, he's cementing himself as a starter, which is he's doing an incredible job for an 18-year-old. He was actually taking players on. It was almost like we started how we started against Tamworth. We got these players, but you come up to another player and you just pass the ball. Now, where Arsenal were also getting us a lot was Jed Spence and Porro were trying to play up that left-hand side, and they were getting boxed in and pinned in a lot. Not that I think Jed Spence had a bad game. I think he had a decent game, but every time he had the ball, there were 2 or 3 Arsenal players around him, and you think, well, get it over the other side a bit. When we did, who was over there? Well, Johnson was over there. I think he was a bit better this game. And Kulu was ahead of him. Just thought I'd get out and stretch my legs, park up a bit. Kulu had a bit of a quiet game, has to be said. Even when there was a bit of a shuffle around and we brought different players on, I think Kulu was supposed to be more in the middle, was he? I can't even remember now. It's a game I want to forget for obvious reasons. Weren't anything... I don't know. We started pressing a bit in the second half, but it's just too little, too late. We'd already lost control of the game by then. But Ange sounded more annoyed after the game than I was. Maybe he did make a point actually, saying this is not how we've set the team up. So I think maybe he's covering his arse there a little bit, but maybe he has to do it, because when you set the team up and the players just fart around a bit, just wiping some smuts from the lens there. So it's a game I want to forget really. I figured that January was going to be a really tough month for us, and I think we're past the worst of it though. We've got some more winnable fixtures coming up against the likes of Everton and Hoffenheim and Spurdy and all that sort of stuff. And we got players hopefully starting to come back now. Richarlison came on in the second half. That was it. Richarlison came on in the second half. Didn't do an awful lot, but at least he didn't go over buggered again. That was positive. But I remember one of my first videos I did for this channel was I was talking about the first transfer window just after Ange joined, and I was questioning whether Ange was going to start the season with one arm time behind his back, and I'm just wondering if this transfer window is going the same way. But the thing that is really frustrating me at the moment is just lack of leadership on the pitch, man. It's where are the players that can just put in a steady, decent performance every week? Look, some of the young ones are doing it. Younger ones like Archie Gray, Jed Spence seems to be playing all right. Berivar when he comes on, but Kulu, I don't know if I can give them the benefit of the doubt for being buggered again. I don't know, man. Maybe he is, who knows. But Son, Saar, or Basuma, hot and cold, man. I don't know what's going on with Spurs, but well, we're used to it, aren't we? Sometimes they just don't show up. You know, it's moments. We have moments, and now and then we have a match where all those moments come together. But we also have those games where it's just sparse, and when it's sparse, you need someone to spark it up. And I don't know who's doing it at the moment, you know. So just as well, we've got lesser opposition for a bit now. Although who knows what Tottenham's going to turn up to these games, man. It's really frustrating as a fan. We were just we let Arsenal rule the roost, didn't we, today? We just let them run around us, run at us. We didn't close them down. We weren't fighting for it. I don't know what it is. It's like we play scared or something. And like I said, Maddison, he came on. No, man, we're not playing without fear. We're playing with too much fear. And we've got to lose that, man. I don't know how we lose it, though. It's up to Ange, isn't it? He's got to sort this lot out. We're 3 cup games away from having a really bad season now. It wasn't just the loss to Arsenal, it was the bloody performance, man. Second half was better. Too late. You'd think after we scored an early goal, we'd sort of try and assert some dominance, but nah, just let Arsenal play football. Anyway, that's the way we're at the moment. Hopefully Ange can knock some sense into some of these players' heads, and we can get a few more back for injury, and we can get a couple more in the window, and then see what happens, man. But till next time, folks, peace and love, and come on, you Spurs.